How are you, everybody? Not. G. Will. Gwill. Oh, I know who G. Will probably is. He's like my old friend. Grazie. W. Anyways, how's everybody doing? I didn't know what to play today. Had a tough night last night. Had to put our dog down. And I thought, I could play Yakuza. Kind of a silly game. Sometimes a serious game. But I thought, why not just play this emotional journey? A game about, I think, death. I don't know what this game is about all that well. But I'm in the mood for something really, really dark. Alright, SENUA. I want to feel your pain. Hope everybody's doing great. Yeah, this game was the perfect choice. Alright. What is this girl up to? So, if you haven't played this one, Dave or Grace, or Isabel, I think you saw this one. We went through Hella, which is, I guess, the Norse Hell. We're trying to track down this guy that she's after. Her lover. But I've been cast down here. And she's not doing well. The run button doesn't work. Limping around. There's a door. Alright. Yeah, it was pretty tough. Even though she was old. She had just gotten this teeth surgery, so we thought, oh, she's going to bounce back. That's why she was in so much pain. Because of the teeth. So now she's going to be her old self. And then she got this, like, big ball. And we don't know what it was from. Was it from the surgery? From the anesthetic? You can't know. I'm getting a red light on my obs. Is it streaming okay? Coming through. I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully. Yes. And it was hard because it wasn't, I mean, she seemed pretty out of it and labored, you know, she didn't have the strength to sort of move her body much, but she didn't seem like in a lot of pain, so it's really hard to decide. Yes, we want to kill the dog, you know, and you have to decide that. Getting some lag, eh? Ah, boy, why? D says it's good. I don't know. I'll lower the bit rate. How about that? All right, I'm gonna start it, stop it, and restart it. Alright, let's try this. Alright. Let's go up to this gate. Another red light. Well, I guess sometimes life just doesn't work out, does it? Ugh, and of course we went to like an emergency vet last night, so we were there from, oh man, like 11 or 12 a.m. till 5 in the morning. Stella said it was the first time we saw a sunset together. Sunrise together. The sun rose on a day without a dog. ice this time. Usually we touch these doors and it tells us something. It's too much, they're saying. It's too much. Great, I'm glad I get to walk slowly back. That's the way I came up, right? This makes sense. Ah. Okay. Look at that beautiful tree over there. Looks like a woman. A witchy woman. What the hell's gonna be at the end of this dock? Oh my god. What do you think's gonna be there? Okay, I thought that was going to be a big reveal. I see an ocean. I see a boat. Maybe we can take that boat. No, that boat's terrible. This is a boat. That's broken. Well, there's a way to go through. Okay. I've got to walk all the way back. Guess there wasn't a way for me to just pop down. Anyways, how's everybody else? It's a beautiful game. Not time to head through the door. So where are we gonna go? We're tracking down the sky. We're seeing visions of the sky she's after. And he's far away. And he appears as a light, like a spirit. Some kind. So I wonder what his deal's gonna be. I don't know how much of this story is real or not. Oh, look at that. There's something.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him. So King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
Yep. Some lore. Well, in the words of Weezer, I don't care about that. Boom 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 boom. I don't care about that. Boom 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 boom. I don't care about that. Boom 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 boom. I don't care about that. Boom 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 boom. I don't care about that. Boom boom boom. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. What's with these homies? I don't care about that. What's with these homies? This is my girl. That was with these homies. This is my girl. That was with these homies. This is my girl. That was with these homies. This is my girl. About that. Boom boom. Try the fish. Oh, I can run. I was holding the wrong button. Well, I made that a little more painful than it needed to be. Man, look at the lighting in the water. this. Alright. It's a weird game to explore, because I guess all you're going to find is lore. Hey there, Sarah, 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 how are you? It's just another way back. Probably more lore stuff. Maybe. The fires of the door. Oh, look at that. Lore.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's
Hey, John.
wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a serpent with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
Cliffhanger. Is the other lore piece over there for us to figure out what happens when the she-wolf comes back and it's got honey on his face? So when they say that a she-wolf devours these men, do they mean like she eats them, or is it more like a death by snooze kind of deal? Maybe it's the good kind of devour, like she's a man-eater, man-eater, you know? Wouldn't be a bad way to go. She-wolf. Very interesting. Wait a second. Are we a she-wolf? She has kind of like wolfy fur. And she's a lone wolf. A she-wolf came back. I know I'm going back, but I thought maybe I missed the rest of that story because of that lore box. I know. Did you know I know? I don't think you did. But now you do. That's the great thing about the internet. Transferring information. Literally. Information going through fiber optics so you can find out what the weather's like. Huh, gloomy. Or you can find out about Norse myths and she-wolves. Oh, we got some music now. Turn it up a bit.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked it, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
Okay. So she's mimicking kind of a negative thing. I mean, the sincerest form of flattery, but can also be very negative. Maybe. Oh, got the colors. I'm gonna learn about honey and she-wolves.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
The lore is actually getting a little bit interesting now. Bites onto the she-wolf's tongue. Pretty smart. There's that tree.
It's a trick.
bitch when he wrote us before. Oh, son of a bitch. Hey, we don't have blue face on.
What is she following? You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
I didn't think there was going to be this. Let's just stay here. She's got...
What's your name?
SENUA.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zenua's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who is supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
You killed him.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
That worked.
Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
Wow. You know, for some reason I thought that there was going to be a modern day component to this. Like she...
The man by the tree. Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is he real? Is he there? You're alone in these mountains. Is that Dillian? Nothing lives here. You won't survive.
Maybe all of it, maybe like this is obviously some kind of mind fantasy. But then that part where it was nice and sunny, I guess that's her real life.
By the tree.
Maybe. Maybe not though. Whatever. Just gonna keep on winding and unwieldily. They don't give a lot of answers. They just keep building the mystery. Hey, wanna hear some lore?
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless. and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. Luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
These are the stories they tell? These people are dark. No wonder they like metal so much over there. In the Norse lands. Father, see, normally kids ask their parents to tell them bedtime stories, but I bet in the Viking lands that's a punishment. If you don't go to your bed right now, I'm going to tell you that story again. No, Father, no. I don't want to hear about it. You must go to bed now, little Nordy. Or I'll tell you about when your mother, who's actually my sister, pretended to be a sorcerer and had laid with me and made you. But then we were buried alive. Father, no.
As Sigmund and Siggeir
No, Father, don't want to hear it.
alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hole. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
The end of the story, sweet dreams. And that's why your auntie walked into a fire and burned herself alive. Oh. We thought she just moved away. No, your auntie walked into a fire. Your auntie and your mother and my sister and my lover. Now she's just ashes. Cremated ashes. Ink of the Dragon. How are ya? Oh my god, this feels like The Empire Strikes Back when Luke goes into that tree. Your weapons. You will not need them. Takes him anyway. Hi. Oh, it's another sword.
Take it. A sword. Take it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be disturbing anything here.
Its name is Gram. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gram by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shards.
You know what? If real life was like a video game, then somebody would say, "Oh, I really like a coffee," and then someone would say, "If you would like a coffee, you must first go get the cream, but you can only get the cream from this store, and then you must go get coffee, but you must go to another store." And that store's location is hidden on a map, and that map is hidden somewhere far and deep into the mountains. But first you must go to the bathroom, because you must always go to the bathroom before you leave the house on a long journey. Oh, you have a frozen neck and shoulders? Sorry to hear, man. Sorry to hear. Hope you find some relief. You must find the shards. Right. It's an illusion. I need the shards. Whoa, would you look at that? There's a blue thing over there that looks like a shard of a sword. Let's go to it. You got it from massaging your neck? Life can be cruel. You...
Where is it? Find it. There it is. Focus.
I'm focused?
Focus. Use your eyes. Look. Get closer. What can you see? Go to it. It's not safe. Don't go near it. Move closer. Go. Come on. What can you see? It's in your eye. You can see.
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn, and it would be the death
But
of the
I'm a
king.
woman, so...
Let me tell you about the sword Tyr.
Here's a story.
I don't recognize this place. Where are we? Where is she? It feels wrong. Where are we now? Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death.
Yeah.
Something so very ordinary. Inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death. Because we have no answer for it. But when it comes, and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning. Dead in the air, you can feel the dead. Do this. Turn back. Why would he bring her here? It's not safe here. Why would he do something so dangerous?
That was interesting, eh? We conspire to hide the dead because we have no answer for it.
Too much. He loves her. He doesn't love her. He does. It's not taking it the truth. He loves
It's like Banner Saga, eh, Ink?
Don't go in there. Go in. You have to go in. Take the torch. It's too dark. Take it. This will help you. Careful. You have
This looks like a
to be able
painting.
to see.
Oh.
Who's there? Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
There he is. There he is. Dillian, there he is. Finally. You found him.
What's wrong? What happened? Can you hear me?
How did you let him go? Let
Just wait there. I'll find you.
Could you? You have to find him. This is your mission. Find him. You have to use everything you have and find him. Get
the
him
Norse
back.
flags,
Just
anyway.
there. How could you lose him? How could she lose him? How could she? Find him.
I'm gonna light this thingy. It's like Zelda. I'm gonna light this on fire. Let's light the whole bloody thing on fire. Why don't I light the wooden door frames on fire? And walk right through. That's what I should be doing. When I light all this moss on fire. There's a dog at the emergency vet, a little Scottish terrier, super cute, and its name was Hamish. Like Mel Gibson's buddy in Braveheart. Big Hamish. Oh. Anything?
What was that? Did you hear that? Nothing. Was that voices? Is that the voice or the voice of the dead? Not Dillian. Dillian's calling to you. Can you hear him? Where is he? He sounds like he's getting further away. Have you lost him? You're going the wrong way. Are you lost? Don't touch the house. You don't know what they might do. Turn back. She has to keep going. It's not safe here. She has to keep going. If you go down there, no one can see. I can hear him. It's too scary.
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Herver, the daughter of a berserker, born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
It's getting louder. You're getting closer. Keep going. Follow the voice. You're nearly there. Dillian. It's him. He's going to save you. Find the voice. Find him.
Yeah, we took her in. Oh. Yeah, we took her in last night to the emergency room. It happened last night. I might be going the wrong way. She just got really, really weak all of a sudden and had this big growth.
Find another way. It's not working. You have to use your mind. Where can
And
you
the
go?
vet
You're
said,
failing. Find
whatever it is,
think. Focus.
it's not looking good.
Use your mind. Where have you gone? He's disappeared. You let him slip through your fingers. Not him.
So we had to
It's not him. We told you.
let her go.
We told you it was a trick.
There's Stella. No, dog. Ink. Little white dog. Little Bichon Frise.
That voice doesn't sound like Dillian. What's happening? Quiet. It's not him. He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him. That's not Dillian. That doesn't sound like Dillian. What's in there? What is it? A secret room. Yes. How do you get in there? How does she get?
That voice. It's not Dillian.
Find a way. There has to be a way. Find a way. There's always a way. Don't stop now. Don't give up now. Find a way. You're too close to stop. What's in there?
Oh boy.
Dillian wants me to face my fears. Father? I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
The chieftain's son.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be
Sounds like that
normal.
really dark, distorted
Normal.
voice.
Yes.
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you, no, they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
We haven't fixed her yet, have you?
No.
You will not defy the gods. Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
Yeah, Senua.
I am leaving!
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
Good God.
You did it, but there's more.
Is leaving.
There's more. You're tired, but you have to keep going. There's still more. To do. It's not going to be easy.
Leaving home after living alone for so many years. Da, 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 da. For so many years, da, 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 da. She is leaving. She's leaving home after living alone for so many years. Da, 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 da. She gave him most of her life, sacrificed all of her life. She gave him everything, then she could die. Home after living alone for so many years. She gave him most of her life, sacrificed all of her life. She gave him everything so she could die. Home after living alone for so many years. She gave him most of her life. Thanks, Isabel. I thought it was very fitting. Ink, I'd say it's an interesting game pacing-wise. It's kind of all over the place, but you don't really know what to expect. We'll see how the story comes through. I think it's going to matter in the how it sticks to the landing.
Gave his eye in exchange for a drink from Mimir's well, the well of wisdom. In blindness there can be wisdom. Only by giving can you receive in return. For this reason, I give my life and pass on my stories of the Northmen to you, Senua.
Where am I? I can't see. Who's there?
Can you hear me?
Dillian.
I'm right here. Can't you see me?
No. Help me.
Breathe slow.
It's the darkness.
Stay still. Empty your thoughts. Tell me what you feel.
The breeze.
Good. Then there is a way out.
I can't tell where it comes from.
Yes, you can.
This thing's vibrating like crazy. Maybe that'll help guide the way. If this thing can come up with like a few more interesting sort of mechanics, a few more interesting puzzles, probably just walk towards the vibration. It's pretty neat. Yeah, this is neat. A bit more stuff like this.
The others. The voices. They've gone.
I'm still here.
It's so quiet. So dark.
It's okay. Listen to your own breath. Feel it rise and fall. Good. Be aware of everything you hear and feel. Let your senses guide you.
I say it's for a pretty specific gamer. Okay. What if I put the controller up on the mic? Do you hear that at all? It's going like wobble, 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 wobble. So if I look this way,
I think I'm somewhere else now. The breeze has gone.
Use all of your senses. Let the world speak to you. What do you hear?
you?
I hear water.
Go to it.
Now there's no more vibration, but I guess we need to listen. I'm gonna crank up the volume for you. Yeah.
I've reached the water.
Good. That's your way out. Follow it upstream.
I'm so sorry. I thought I left this all behind.
Don't be sorry. It's not your fault.
He was right. It's inside of me. It won't let me go.
Senua. My father. He taught me that the hardest battles are fought in the mind.
Yeah, that's a line
Not the
from
sword.
Braveheart.
I'm no coward. You proved that to me in the warrior tribe. This is just another battle. You can beat it.
This isn't your battle. You don't have to help me.
I want to. Besides, you are going to be a great warrior one day. We need people like you.
So you can go and rape and pillage? Is your life this?
I know what you're thinking. He's not really here.
It would have been cool if they made
Seems
that
there's no
vibrate when you
escape
step on this
past
dead
this
body.
place. So she's forced to relive it. To what end?
no more vibrations at all. Kind of lonely without the vibrations. More dead bodies.
There's a water. I can't go on this way.
Then look for another way and tell me what you find.
There is a house.
I wonder if that was her dad in that one scene earlier that was sexually assaulting her.
I don't know what's inside.
Don't be afraid.
But he's saying, so the father was, I guess it was the father.
There's something in here.
Do you see it? No. Then it cannot see you. Quietly move past it. One step at a
That's
time.
interesting. Is that literally the gameplay mechanic? I gotta move one step at a time? Okay, so it vibrates when I look over here. Oh, there it is. So maybe I need to go this way. It vibrates when I look toward that white light in the middle. The fire. Basically, it vibrates when you look at the fire.
It's not following me.
Leave it behind.
So what? So if the dad is saying that there's a darkness, and it seems like this guy seems to know of some kind of darkness and has helped her with it, and now this is multiple times that he's helped her with it. So maybe this is in the past. Maybe this is the doo-doo buddy. Poopin' buddy. Maybe this is in the past. Maybe this isn't real. I don't know. Maybe that's what they called mental illness back in these times. Are these even real times? Is this, or is this just purely fantasy? You know what I want to know? Is this real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, get to the sky and see. Is this real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the sky and see. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the sky. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see.
It stinks of death.
The darkness is testing you, but you are in control.
Things are falling from the ceiling. Flies, bugs. Disgusting. I live in a place that's so humid and wet and hot with bugs. I'm constantly at war with bugs. Getting rid of them. They try to take over my kitchen. Gallo Mayo, Gallo Mayo. Easy come, easy come. Easy come, will you let me go? Wish me luck, no.
Well,
We will not let you go, let him go.
there's a well.
Wish me luck, we will not let you go.
Don't
let
turn
me
back.
Go. Wish me
You're
luck,
getting
we
close.
will not let you go. Let me go, we'll not let you go. Let me go, we'll not let you go. Easy come, will you let me go? Wish me luck, no. We will not let you go, let him go. Wish me luck, we will not let you go, let me go. Wish me luck, we will not let you go, let me go. Let me go. Easy come, will you let me go? Wish me luck, no. We will not let you go, let me go. Wish me luck, we will not let you go, let me go. Wish me luck, we will not let you go, let me go. Let me go. Oh my good God. All the light. All the demons in SENUA.
Lillian, is that you? I can see a light.
Yes, I can see you too.
Float downstream. It is not dying. It is not dying. Lay down our thoughts, surrender to the void. It is knowing. It is knowing.
She could spend hours, days even, trapped within herself, in the dark.
You see me?
Yes.
Your eyes were open, but you were gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
When it comes for me, I have no power over it.
But here, for the first time, someone was there to help.
But I heard your voice. You brought me back.
You found your own way back. All you needed was a little help. A little hope.
Are we Dylan? So she has these Says these episodes. That's starting to make sense.
What if this isn't the end? It's just a trick. Yes, you've been fooled before. You could be fooled again. You don't know. It's just their game for you. You never know which way it's going to go.
Your mind relax and float downstream. It is not dying. It is not dying. Lay down all thoughts, surrender to the void. It is knowing. It is knowing. You might find the meaning of the thing. It is shining. It is shining.
I saw once a plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older. And where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
Where are we? I don't like it. This place feels...
What is this place?
This is gonna be the plague land.
creepy. It feels wrong.
This looks like the brothers. A tale
Where
of
is it?
two
Where
sons.
are we? Turn back. This is wrong. This has to be wrong. This place stinks. It's disgusting.
It smells like death.
Death.
I can't breathe.
Can you smell the death?
It's too much.
Turn back. There he is.
Dilius,
The light.
go towards it.
He's in the house.
Find him.
Don't let him disappear this time.
Don't let him down.
Get there before he disappears.
You have to.
Follow the light.
Go to the house.
He's going in.
He's disappearing.
Follow him.
Don't let him disappear.
Where's it gone?
Keep going.
How do you find it? It's just a trial.
It's just another test.
You just have to solve it.
It's a test. Like the old warrior trials. Dillian will
to the water. She could taste the rot, but no one else could. She knew something was wrong, something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like that.
But she was helping them, and they ostracized her for having a magical awareness.
It's broken. Fix it. You have to fix it. How are you going to fix it? You can't get to the house until the bridge is fixed. You must.
How you doing, Allie? Welcome.
House. You have to find Dillian.
Picture yourself on a train station. Picture yourself on a train station. Picture yourself on a train station.
What's the deal? There's a ladder. Can I go under here? Can I go under here? We need to fix the bridge. Oh, there's another one. Fixing a bridge when the rain gets in and stops my mind wandering. Well, it will go. Ba 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 ba.
Up the tower, that's it.
Fixing a bridge when the rain
It's
gets
not done
in.
yet.
Stops my
Just a small
mind
piece of
from
the puzzle.
wandering, and it will go. Ba, 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 ba. Fixing a bridge when the rain gets in. Stops my mind from wandering, and it will go. Ba, ba, fixing a bridge.
You have to find him. Get to the house.
Stops
Get to the
my
house and finish this
mind
trail.
from
It doesn't finish
wandering.
until you get to the house. Before he disappears, Senua, you have to get in.
Pretty good. Yeah, I'm good considering. We had a late night. We had to let our little dog go last night. We didn't fire her from a company. She passed away. But Hellblade's been a fun, emotional journey.
The Northmen speak of a death moon, a light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farm hands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. But that is not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt the living. If you see the death moon, then beware, because there will be death in that house.
Ah, thanks. Yeah, it was incredibly hard. But, it was the best thing for. Could have taken her home for a day or two more, but it just would have been selfish. It would have been for us, you know? This would have been to make us feel better to hang out with her a bit longer.
You found a way to climb the tower, the ladder.
Okay.
What now?
I
You
can?
see it. Aligned to the truth. The bridge.
Climb the tower. Here's a ladder. You found a way. Damn it. Why does this look like a ladder? But it's not. Every time I pass through there, they say, "You found a way. You must go." And then I look and I don't see shit. Stop my mind from wandering. There was that ladder that was sort of half done. What's this? No, that's the bridge. It's not fixed. We need to find this ladder they're talking about. That's half a ladder right there. There's a ladder there I could maybe climb. I can't get through to there. All I've got is these bridges, arches. Weird. You found a way. You found a way. Did I? Arches. Archie. Oh, look at that. Shabam. Got it. Maybe I need to go through that other arch to make something else happen. Either way you turn, I'll be there. Open up your skull, I'll be there. Climbing up the walls. Either way you turn, I'll be there. Open up your skull, I'll be there. Climbing up the wall. Either way you turn, I'll be there. Open up your skull, I'll be there. Climb up the wall. Either way you turn, I'll be there. Open up your skull, I'll be there. Climb up the wall. Either way you
She did it.
You fixed the bridge.
okay.
Fixed it.
You passed the trial. Get to the house.
You succeeded.
Okay.
Come to me. Where are you?
I'm here. I'm right here.
Are you in there? Come out if you are.
Where is he? Find him. You have to find him. The runes. Focus. Focus on the runes. Focus the runes. Don't go too close. What's that sound?
Dillian! They're coming for me!
You're dying. There's too much. Someone's calling you. You can hear Dillian. It's Dillian. Go to him. Dillian. Go to him. He's trying to save. There it is. It's close. Run!
Oh, Fire Trial Part 2.
It's close. It's close. Move away. Senua, move away. You'll die. You feel it? You're dying. The burning is dying. The burning. The burning has begun. Go to the gates. There they are. The runes. You can get through. Don't let it see you. It is. Go towards it. Run. Focus. 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 Two more. Where are they? Senua. Where are you? Don't let it see you. Don't get lost. Don't let it see you. You'll start to run. There it is. Move away. Don't let it look quick. Where's Dillian?
You don't care for me.
Taking too long.
I don't care about
What
that.
should I do?
Got a new fool. I like that. I have only one burning desire. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire.
Focus. Focus. Look. Run. Run now. Not safe here. Run.
Oh. So how far back are we? Do I have to find all three of those again? Oh my god. There's permadeath, eh? Good Lord.
There it is. It's close. It's close. Move away. Senua, move away. Feel it. You'll die. Feel it. You're dying. The burning is begun. The burning is begun.
I'm running. But I didn't get those symbols. Ah. Okay, I got this stupid thing, but I can't get through. Look at the rot.
There it is. It's close. Run now. Run. It's not safe here. Run. Senua. You don't have your sword. You came through the wrong door. How are you going to fight? Where's your sword? To defend yourself. What is that creature? You can't defend yourself. It's Dillian. Find the creature. Where's Dillian? Where are we? It's not safe. I feel unsafe. Where is it? I'm not safe. You're dying.
They're coming!
Dylan. Come on, Dylan, give us some help. I went this way last time. No. I don't want to perma-die here. Maybe we should look up a route. You know? I really don't want to have some permadeath. What are we gonna do here? Are there clues to this? Alright, I'm just gonna check out what this person's doing. Yeah, chains kind of to the left. Over to the right, kind of to the left. It seems like kind of follow where it's brightest. You gotta match up those ruins. Yeah. I feel like I was going the right way. Because I got to 2 of them. So it's just finding where that 3rd one is. Looking around. Looking around. No, so that one. Oh, that was the problem I did last time. Yes. It took me too long to get to that one because I went underneath that shortcut. Which wasn't really a shortcut. And then there's hooks. You need to go around. Okay, so I think we're pretty close. I just need to not go to that middle shortcut. Alright, let's try it. Be stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Do 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 do. Let me stand next to your fire. Do 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 do. Let me stand next to your fire. Do 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 do. Let me stand next to your fire. Do 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 do. Let me stand next to your fire. Went the wrong way. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Went the wrong way. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Went the wrong way. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Went the wrong way. Let me stand next to your fire. No, that's the wrong way, I think. Oh, shit. Go around this way. There we go. That's the right way to go. Okay, that's 2, and I think we did this better. We need to go through these chains here, and then over here. You can kind of see his light. He's kind of lighting the way. Look at it. There it is. 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 There's the 3rd door. The 3rd room. Can I push through this? No. Bitch. Oh no! The fire is so close to me. Go, 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 go! Faster, faster! Can I just go through this door? You know what robs a scene of tension? Switching to a non-playable cutscene. And you go, oh, I'm safe. That means you are safe.
SENUA! SENUA!
Life happened. And death.
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed.
It's all your fault. It's all your
What if they're right?
It's all your fault. It's all your
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are.
It's all your fault.
They're just
All your fault.
people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. Doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
Back to the shore.
This darkness has made me a monster.
Killing you would be too easy.
They're taking your memories to torture you.
They're taking you inside.
You're disappearing one memory at a time.
Okay.
Every time you remember, it disappears.
They're going to take everything.
They're not yours anymore.
They're going to take everything you have.
The memories of ghosts.
They belong to the gods, not to you.
They're eating you from the inside. They want to kill your soul.
They want to crush it.
I think they want your body, they want your soul.
They want your mind, and they're going to take it.
The memories were yours, but they're the gods now.
Nothing is yours anymore.
Dillian's disappearing with your memories.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder, the second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good, and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
There's Dylan.
Bridge. You've come this far, but the bridge is broken.
There's no way you can fix it.
What do you do now, Senua?
Face. What is it? What does it see? Get closer. Be careful. It's not safe. Trust us.
Where are we?
What is this?
It's the same. It's another world. It's lighter.
That's nicer. I like it here. Can we stay? Let's stay here. I like the way it's safe here.
The bridge.
It's not broken.
It's fixed.
What happened?
The bridge is fixed.
Let's cross it.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness. Swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
That's not me. I go.
Dillian is in. Don't forget. You can feel it.
Where I please.
You need the runes to find Dillian. He's waiting for you.
I walk.
He's close. He loves you.
Flow down the river.
It's locked. Try harder. She can't. She will.
I'm not. I'm not.
Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further, to peek through the cracks and see the worlds of color stretching away from the gloom. And SENUA explored new paths into the unknown.
Can you find it? It might not be where you expect. You can't go up there. Not in this world. You can't chase it. He saw who she could be. He saw who she really was. He saw the warrior within. Do you remember what it was to touch it?
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Balder's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Balder's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
Oh dear. Yeah, we could play a bit of Yakuza after. I mean, it's just kind of one of those games, you know? It's not like a chatty, jokey game. It just is what it is.
Do you remember?
Alright. We can't get up there until we go to the old world. To the dark world. But we can't get in here when we're in the dark world. We can't go up here in the light world. So do we need to find the F? I think we need to find the F in the light world. So that we can open that one and come through in the dark world and get up there. And that's why these Fs are starting to appear now.
Do you remember the way he looked?
I think. So maybe in here somewhere. Do you remember the way he looked? So maybe we're looking for like a person. Oh, you do you? You see it.
Do you remember what love feels like?
I think it's... Oh, look at that. Maybe these shadows? Try looking when you're up. That makes sense. Oh, would you look at that?
Senua,
Thanks.
you got it. You saw that she was strong.
Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world.
You're in the wrong
Nine.
world.
He's in the other world.
Dark world.
Without you.
Yeah, I found it.
You had the loved.
You squashed it, strangled it, flattened it.
The curse cannot be.
That last loop I was working on was kind of a rip-off of How to Disappear Completely by Radiohead, but it kind of morphed into something different. I think I'll keep that song. Yeah, I gotta be nice.
It's all your fault.
Yes.
You're cursed.
It opens up.
There he is. Where are you taking
He's
him?
up there. He's up there.
How do you get up?
Well,
There's a
you
way.
know what you need to do now.
There is a way up there.
Find the way.
Take the stairs.
You're nearly there. Just find the way.
Out of what?
You have no chance for love now.
Nobody will love you again.
Ever again.
You ever felt like that? You have a breakup and you think, I'll never find someone like that again. I've thought that before.
Your curse is played.
You never do find somebody exactly like that.
She should have listened to him.
Why didn't she listen to her father?
She thought she could define him.
Up we go. Gillian, what are you doing? walking through walls, are you, Dillian? The runes. There's more of them. Find more.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement.
Maybe up arrow means go up.
An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and
Oh,
Dillian,
look at that.
her future. Two realities tearing at her soul.
It is tearing her apart.
Because Dillian believed in you.
Oh, that looks... Oh, but it's backwards. So it's probably there in like a shadow or something. That's a bit weird. So it's going through there, but it's the opposite of this one. So you'd think... Well, yeah, she's being torn apart. How can you ever hear the phrase, "You're tearing me apart," without thinking that now?
He was the only one.
Ah, the light will shine through here.
He did love her.
No, it won't. We need to get on the other side.
He cared in a way that nobody else did.
Look at that long dock to nowhere.
Do you even remember? His love is guiding you.
Neat. Yeah.
He was coming.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Hugh, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't there. Hugh says, "I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon." Loki replies, "Here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands." And Hugh throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Hugh is slain.
Alright, maybe we look through that mask. We go into the old world, or the dark world. And now these doors are open.
He saved you. He saved you.
Like this, maybe? Now we have to be closer, I guess. Like this? No? Oh, like this?
You have blood. You are guilty. Was it worth it? Look what happens to the things you love.
There he is.
Why didn't she
Oh, look at that. Ta-da!
wasting your... You have no time for this. Speed up. These rooms mean nothing. Everything gets broken. There were trials to destroy the world, didn't you? They've set you up, and now they're going to watch you fall. What if these trials mean nothing? It's laughing.
Then I'll ask for a refund.
They take you no closer to Dillian. Dillian, you're letting this get in the way. What if they are just to tire you out, to make you confident before the battle? Most precious to you. Dillian didn't deserve this.
Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
He's the reason
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, "I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon." Loki replies,
Dillion doesn't know who killed him, but we do.
We killed. Hard to know what is what. It's an arrow pointing up.
She thought that she knew best. She thought she had light within her when she has only the... She is pure darkness.
Oh, thank you.
Dillion saved her. You owe your life to Dillion. You owe everything to him.
Confusing. The up arrow rune is on the ground floor. You know, up means down. Up means down in this world. Look at this. Yes.
Remember Dillion. What do you remember? Do you remember the sound of his voice?
Oh, look at that. That looks like it.
Do you remember how he made you feel?
Whoa.
What if they're all about wasting your time, just delaying minute by minute by minute?
Where's the door?
What does she think she's doing? You're special. She thinks she can... They mean
I can't remember where the door is, if the door is in the dark world or not.
Could all be a waste of her
Yes, there it is.
The gods are just showing us into
Let me through.
what if the gods are meant to listen to her? Messing with her. It wouldn't It's time.
Dillion!
Dillion never much cared for the underworld, and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Zinbao. I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillion's arms, had to see the world through his eyes. Slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
That's it. Quicker.
Quicker.
Be very, very careful. You've come this far, 10 minutes. It's a narrow bridge. There's a long way to fall. He's disappeared.
Of course.
Just come to the water. He's drowned.
SENUA. Your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that
was a weird skip.
you, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I love.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
You've done it. You did it. The warrior trials. You need the sword. Go get the sword. You did it for the sword. You have to get the sword.
With grammar reforged, you will have Odin's blessing to walk, a goddess, into the halls of Helheim and challenge Hela as an equal.
So Dillion was helping me. And the sword will lead me to him. Like when we first met.
So this is gonna be our dad. It's gonna be a daddy issues game. We're gonna fight Jacket at the end. The skips are from loading a different map, eh? Interesting. No, she can't walk over that rock. It's dangerous. She wouldn't want to break her ankle. This reminds me of Horizon Zero Dawn. Open world game, but if there's a rock 3 feet too high, you're not going over that. Right. I highly encourage anyone to play Final Fantasy X that hasn't played it. Even if you're looking just for a Final Fantasy game to start with, I think it's the best. 7's my personal favorite. 10 is almost a perfect Final Fantasy with the turn-based system, the humor, the seriousness, the story, the replayability, the leveling. Alright. I'm gonna go pull this sword out. What could go wrong?
Dillion gave her the strength to pass the warrior trials, and she saw a way out. To leave her past behind and become a warrior in Dillion's clan.
The sword is tainted by the gods of darkness. Leave it.
No. He left it here. He wants me to take it.
You will pay a price for this.
So that sounds like her dad.
But years later, with Zinbal's parting words still haunting her, the darkness came back with a vengeance. The plague.
Dillion?
Everyone suffered.
My father was not supposed to die like this.
Do you see it clearly now, Senua? The suffering you've caused.
This is your fault. You brought this plague to us. You have blood on your hands.
They're coming for you now.
They're coming.
They're coming to get you.
Freaking lightsaber.
Hold it. Hold the heavy strike. Hold it. Unleash the sword. You must remember, she controls what's inside her. The mirror focus coming back.
Oof. Thanks for checking out the old playthrough. But yeah, there's so many things with Oron and Yuna that are so great to see, especially Oron.
There's nowhere to run to.
In the sea of corpses, the corpse waved through itself over the ones I loved. The ship broke up under them. The ship that had sailed from the land of shining fields. Their memorial stone is sacred. Come not here in the sun. Come not with a sword. Come not crying over a naked corpse. Come not with disturbed mind.
Hey, Felix.
Do you hear the suffering, Senua? Does your precious gift of sight let you see the souls that rot here in this sea of corpses? Do you feel the blood running cold on your skin? Do you hear their endless cries? Do you smell their putrid wounds? They were once brothers, sisters, and loved ones. And look at what you have done to them. All because you were a coward, because you ran from your curse instead of facing it. When you turned your back on your father, Zindel, you turned your back on the gods, and let the darkness wreak havoc on your people. Why must they pay for your heresy?
Yes. That looked a little too big to block. So these voices, they help, you know? Oh.
Take him down. Take him down now.
Oh, this music is getting really good. Yes. Oof.
Get up quick. She's injured. It's not over. It's not over.
Ah, she seems weaker.
It's nearly over. Finish it.
Oof. Oh, this kick seems to stagger him. Yeah.
Who is it? Galena. Where are you?
Do you hear? Do Do you hear the voice of your mother, Galuna? She calls for you, Senua. Go to her. Answer her pitiful call.
The darkness took her life, and it will take yours. It's taking you further and further into it. Surrender to the darkness. Darkness is here.
I guess they're here. There's more lore, Felix, but we got more story. Basically, she goes into these dark states. Her father didn't want her to ever leave. But the guy she was in love with helps her through them. But then the people blame her for bringing a plague.
You both surrendered to the voices.
Your dear beloved was powerless against the darkness when it came for her. She too had a sight. She too doubted the gods and let the darkness infest her. But she didn't love. She escaped the illusion. Now she gave her life to the gods. If only you had done the same, the world would have been spared this horror. It's not too late. She's calling for you. Why don't you join her?
Oof. Oof.
She's injured. She can still do it. Do it. You're close. You got it. Focus now.
Oh, so many of them.
He's down. Finish.
Oh my gosh. I guess these are like all of her fears of the darkness closing in on her. She's fighting herself in a way. Ugh.
Take him down. Take him down. Get him down. Behind you.
Oh.
She can still do it.
Oh. We need to take out that small guy first. There we go.
She's injured.
Oh.
She can still do it. He's gone. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh.
She knows what to do. Remember the word of promise.
Oh my god.
It's not over. It's not over.
Wow. I'm totally just spamming dodge. There we go. God of War over here. It's a magic shield. Alright, Kratos. Oh. There you go, sucker. Man, it's so tense with this music, the way it feels like we're leading up to a climax, and they keep bringing in these, like, so many of these enemies. You get used to dealing with some of them, they have to deal with the same ones again, but now they have backup. The lightning, the yellow, and then sort of learning the combo system as you go. You've spent so long not fighting, not even having a sword, so it feels so triumphant to finally get the sword back. Just be like taking it out on these people, everything you've been through so far.
Maybe you too should suffer with your brethren in this world and let your blood seep into the seas and the rivers of hell. Isn't that what you deserve?
I love that focus, run in, charge. It's kind of like Dark Souls in the way where you have just a few commands to use, but you can chain them together in really interesting ways.
Why are you fighting for someone who's already dead? Just look around you. What hope is there for him, even if a soul could be rescued? Do you think he'd thank you for what you have done to him, to his friends, to his father?
We haven't done it. Who knows what we've done? Oh.
You can do this. Focus.
Yeah, finish this guy real quick. Where's that big guy? I don't know. We're in a place where we're trying to find our mother, and there's a bunch of dead people. We got the dad saying that we killed people. Ted is 1662 top rank now. Maple can't even play the Warcraft anymore. Now where to? Oh, these dead people. They're trying to blame it on us. Because there was a plague. And she knew it was the plague. No one believed her until the plague happened. She knew the water was causing it. And then they all blamed her for the plague.
You're dead. You both surrendered to the voices. The darkness has taken you. Galena and Senua. You are lost. There's nothing you can do. You're dead. You're both dead. Mother and daughter dead in the sea of corpses. Voices took over. The voices have taken over. The voices will take It's the end. Done. The end for you. Thank you.
You know, congratulations on doing the pacifist one, Felix. I will never be able to do the Geno. Those are some crazy boss battles.
I can't fight it anymore. Not on my own. Where are you, Mother? I want to be with you.
That night, she gave up on her world to follow in the footsteps of her mother, to go to a place where the darkness couldn't reach her.
Where?
Senua. Look at me.
Do you hear them? They're calling for me.
You've lost so many. And I've lost my father. I can't lose you.
You said it. I have blood on my hands.
I didn't say that. You've done nothing wrong.
Symbol was right. Everyone will suffer.
Zimbel is a fake. He is a hateful, bitter liar. He's poison. And his words still haunt you.
He's a hater.
Who do you trust?
He's a hater.
Or me? Do you still believe in me, Senua? In us? Come back to me. Please. Don't let this darkness come between us.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. He gave her the sword with which to fight in more ways than one. And she gave him her word, never to surrender. All she needed was a little help. A little hope.
And maybe some better drawn teeth. Wow. That seems like a pretty good place to stop. Thanks everybody for joining me today. No, I don't think I can get into Yakuza today. I think this was enough. I only slept about 2 or 3 hours last night, and this was enough of a sort of an emotional journey. I think if I played any Yakuza today, I wouldn't be able to take it seriously, you know. I'd be faking it. So, Ted, you just joined. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the love and support for old Roxy girl. She was a real gem of a dog. I'll see you guys later. We'll be back tomorrow. And, yeah, you have a good one. Bye, everybody. See you later. Thanks, Lena, Allie, Ted, Sarah, Felix, Dave, Grace, and everybody else. Bye for now.